Hello, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're doing well. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is your tarot card for the week of December 14th, 2025. Keep in mind, it is a collective general reading, not individualized nor personalized to you. Messages may come through today that do not fully resonate, and if that happens, don't get upset. It just means that one message is meant for someone else watching. So take what fits, how it fits, leave what doesn't. Be sure to check your other placements. Also, keep in mind, this is not what you don't see coming for the week ahead. The Tarot card of the week reading is intended to help us move our lives forward. Also, if you're interested in learning how you can become a time traveler, please check the description box below. With all of that said, let's begin. Tapping into the Leo collective now for Leo Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What is the Tarot card of the week here for Leo for the week of December 14th, 2025? Let's get one more shuffle here. Thank you. Your tarot card of the week, the King of Pentacles. What situation in your life is bringing you financial wealth and stability? At the bottom of the deck, you have the Hangman. What situation in your life do you need to look at from a different perspective? Now, it's a collective general reading, so this could be situation, environment, or connection. Tell me more about this here for Leo. Why is the King of Pentacles their tarot card of the week? For Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What situation, environment, or connection in your life is bringing you financial wealth and stability? One more shuffle here. Thank you. First card out, Nine of Pentacles. Well, that is financial wealth and stability. Nine of Pentacles, Five of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, and the Nine of Wands. Not that. Not that. Okay. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Cups. That. Page of Pentacles, that. Four of Pentacles, financial stability, that. So there's something here you need to look at from a different perspective. If you're desiring to be in the energy of the Nine of Pentacles, the energy of the Nine of Pentacles is an individual who is completely self-sufficient. They're not upset or angry for being self-sufficient. They actually are emboldened by it. And I don't want to say feeds their ego in a negative way. No, because healthy ego is a good thing. This is someone who is very confident in their ability to nurture and take care of themselves emotionally, financially, physically, you name it. This is someone who is alone, but not lonely. This is someone who doesn't necessarily need someone to come along with an extra pentacle to create the Ten of Pentacles. They are good on their own. In fact, in most of the tarot decks I have, the Nine of Pentacles is typically seen surrounded by pentacles or surrounded by grapes or fruit, some type of harvest that they've been working on. And then they're also seen enjoying that harvest. I have one deck where the Nine of Pentacles is growing grapes and holding in their hand a glass of wine. So there's just something like this here. It's like, this is what you're striving for. You're striving for either emotional stability or financial stability. Whether you're single or partner doesn't have anything to do with that entity. This is the Nine of Pentacles is just the energy of someone, I'm good on my own and I can take care of myself. But you're currently doing something that is not helping you to achieve the status of the Nine of Pentacles. Or if you're in the Nine of Pentacles, it's a struggle to maintain the Nine of Pentacles because there's something you're sort of doing here on repeat. You're doing something on repeat, expecting to get a different result or a better result, and it's not working. It's not working. There's something here about, not necessarily we need to reinvent the wheel, but maybe we need to learn how to do something differently. Five of Cups. Tell me about the Five of Cups here. So the Five of Cups talks about sadness, remorse, regret. Tell me about the Five of Cups here. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Five of Cups is clarified by the Ten of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune. We're doing this over and over again, trying to achieve the Ten of Cups, trying to achieve emotional stability, or like I said, financial stability. It's like, I know what I want. I feel like you're very clear-minded in respect to what you want, but you keep repeating this same cycle, which is leaving you in the Five of Cups. You're striving for the Ten of Cups. It's leaving you in the Five of Cups. What is this Eight of Pentacles? Because you're working very hard, though, whatever this is. Like, you're working hard to be successful. You're working hard to find a job. You're working hard to make sure your business is successful. You're working hard to find a love partner. You're working hard to make your current romantic partnership stronger, or, you know, get to another level of commitment or a higher level of commitment. But this is something about you working smarter, not harder. You doing something differently, not repeating the same cycle over and over and over again. What is the Eight of Pentacles here? You're fully invested in achieving the Nine of Pentacles, which is wonderful. Fully invested in achieving that Ten of Cups. One more shuffle here. Thank you. But it's like the way you're going about it isn't helping. Tower. I feel like you need to have this aha epiphany moment here of like, you know what? Yeah, I keep doing ABC. It's just not yielding the result that I want. Tower, Two of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles. I keep doing the same thing, speaking like you over and over again, like on this infinity loop for a long time. Maybe for some of you up to the last 7 years, it's just not working. The relationship isn't working. The business isn't working. It's not launching. You know, I keep investing in this friendship. It's just not going anywhere. I keep showing up to work and putting my best foot forward. I'm not receiving any raises or promotions. So you're going to have to take this how it resonates to you. A situation, environment, or connection. Is it bringing you financial wealth and stability? I would say the answer here is no, it's not. And that is what you're seeking. And yet that is not what you are receiving. Because in the Nine of Wands, it's like, well, I'm not giving up. Very fixed energy here. God love you. But you are a fixed sign. I'm going to continue to do it this way. I'm not going to look for another job. I'm just going to continue to go to this job, even though they don't pay me for my time or my talent or my education. They don't pay me appropriately for what I bring to the table. But I'll be damned if I go find another job. That's the feeling here. I'm in this relationship. I keep nurturing it. I keep doing all I can. I'm not receiving any reciprocity. The relationship isn't growing. This person leaves me in the Five of Cups. I always feel rejected or neglected, or my emotional or sexual needs are not met. I could leave this person and in time heal and find someone else, but nope, I'm going to just keep investing in this person. You know, this is a business model here that you have, you know, it's conceptualized, like you have a concept, or one that is, you know, you're actively engaging in. It's not yielding you the profit or the result that you want, but you're like, well, I'm just going to keep at it. Instead of working 8 hours a day, I'll work 9. Oh, that doesn't work. I'll work 10. That doesn't work. I'll work 15 hours a day. And it's like, no, 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 no. So there's something here you're doing over and over again, and you're wishing to achieve a level of success. You're not receiving it. That doesn't mean that you don't deserve it. It doesn't mean that it's not coming to you, but it won't be coming to you if you continue to do this over and over again, or if you continue to invest in this situation, environment, or connection. Bottom of the deck, Death card. We need to end something here, or we need to transform what we're doing here. Okay, Nine of Wands. Tell me about the Nine of Wands here. Tell me about the Nine of Wands. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Nine of Wands. The Empress, the Lovers, and Temperance. Wow. The choice is yours. Bottom of the deck, Three of Wands, which astrologically is the Sun in Aries, which is taking action and moving forward. So this is like a two-part message. For some of you, you are very fixed, no offense, and you make the choice over and over again, I'm going to stay with this. I'll have patience. It'll work out. 7 years of being in a miserable relationship, but you know, one of these days it's got to turn around. 7 years of showing up at this job and not getting a raise or promotion, but you know, one of these days they'll acknowledge my efforts. You're waiting. Some of you are just waiting for this other entity to start treating you better, compensating you better, loving you, you know, better. Some of you are just waiting. And others of you sit at the Y point and say, well, I can continue doing this way over and over again, or I can choose to learn to do it differently. And you're like, nope, I'm going to choose to do it over and over again. The very definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. I'm not telling you to give up on this, and Source isn't telling you to give up on this necessarily, but you do need to see it from another perspective. Some of you need to leave behind whomever or whatever this is. Others of you, if this is more financial focused, you need to do something differently, whether that is find another job so you can extricate yourself from this one, or if you have a business, learn to do something differently within the business. Ace of Cups, Page of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles. Something here about getting out of your comfort zone. Four of Pentacles is stable, right? It is stability. It's reliable. It's a check we can always count on to be there every Friday at this job, but it's minimal. It's not the Ten of Pentacles. You know, it's a relationship that is solid and steady. This person is there every day with you, 7 days a week, but it's not growing. There's not a higher level of commitment. There's no growth. There's no expansion to the connection. So you take it how it resonates to you. For some of you, you clearly need to end this particular connection, if that's what it is. For others of you, if it's like a business model or even a plan, like a project that you want to do, there's something here about just learning how to do it smarter, or implement some newer technology, or learn a new skill, just to change it up, just to modify it just a little bit. Tell me about that Page of Pentacles. Tell me about that Page of Pentacles. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Page of Pentacles is clarified by the Page of Wands, learning. This is literally 2 cards of discovering more. Discovering more. Discovering a new job, like literally putting out your applications and your resumes and getting your references together and making it your job to find another job to extricate yourself from this one. This is you changing the way you're currently working on a project or trying to learn a new skill. Again, not telling you to give up on it, but time for you to maybe learn a different way on how to do it, or modifying your business or your business plan in some way. If you're single and you're looking for love, you're doing something over and over again to find a love partner and it's just not working out for you. You might be looking on the wrong dating apps, or you're not getting out into the 3D world, or where you're going out into the 3D world may have people there that are attracted to you, but they're not looking for the same type of relationship you are. Again, it's not telling you to give up on dating, but just do it differently. If this is a relationship where you are constantly emotionally neglected, I'm not talking about abuse, or I guess that could be considered abuse, but like, I'm not talking about physical abuse or verbal abuse or being with a narcissist. I'm just saying you've been with this person a long time and the relationship has grown stuck and stagnant, and you love this person, but you feel very emotionally depleted. Then there's something here about discovering and taking the approach to have a conversation here with this person, expressing to them how you're currently feeling in the connection. And what can the two of you discover and do together, learn together to reconnect with one another, become reacquainted with one another, maybe seek some counseling. So you don't necessarily have to give up on whatever or whomever this is, but there is something here about exploring new opportunities in terms of like how to do it differently. And yes, it's going to require you to get out of a comfort zone. So that Page of Pentacles is being clarified by the Page of Wands, the Ten of Swords, and the Moon. Yeah, doing something the way we've been doing it is not yielding the results that we want. And change can be scary, albeit I wouldn't think so for a Leo, but at the end of the day, you do like your comfort zone. You're a little different than Taurus, because when you do have a fire lit within you, you're a little bit more reasonable. No offense if you're a Taurus watching, but you are a little bit quicker to want to move forward on something than Taurus could get stuck in something, doing something repetitive for decades. Literally, I've seen it happen firsthand. Leo's a little bit different. After a while, Leo will decide it's in my best interest to do this differently. And I think that's all this message is for you this week. Something you're doing on repeat. You're trying to achieve maximum financial stability or maximum emotional stability within this environment or this situation or this connection. And you don't necessarily have to leave it. If it's abusive, figure out a way on how to extricate yourself from it. But for others of you, this is just ending a way that you either have been showing up in it or engaging with it, or if it's a business, how you have been conducting it. And change can be scary with that Moon card energy. But oh my God, look at that. If you just hangman to the hangman, if you just see it from a different perspective and say, okay, I'm gonna change it up. I'm gonna find a new way how to do this. 6 of Wands, that's Leo energy. That's victory and that's success. So yeah, it's just a different way how to do something. And again, if this is a narcissistic person that you're with, then by all means, take that Page of Wands to the Page of Pentacles to the Ten of Swords and figure out a way how to extricate yourself from a toxic relationship. But I'm getting this more like there's something here that you can do, or a different approach that you can take, or something new that you can learn. And don't allow your fears, doubts, or insecurities to hold you back from making those necessary changes. Let's get you 3 cards of advice here, Leo. 3 cards of advice. One more shuffle. Thank you. Your advice. 7 of Wands, the Chariot, and the Devil. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Cups. Interesting, because the Devil, this is Capricorn energy. The Devil is Saturn in Capricorn, a high-vibing Chariot wanting success and victory with whatever this is. High-vibing Capricorn energy is I'm setting a goal, and I am determined. I'm fixated on becoming successful with it. So there's something here about you. I don't want to say, I guess I should say this. This is you standing your ground with yourself and saying whatever or whomever this is, again, whatever situation, environment, or connection it is, failure is not an option. I want to be successful with this. I want to land the job. I want to change things up in this friendship. I want to find the best love partner. I want to reconnect with my lover. I want my business to launch. Like, this is to be obsessed with success. Not at the point where you're working 15 hours a day and not being paid adequately for it. Not breaking your back for a narcissist who's not appreciating you. That's not what this is saying. But if you're going to change things up, then there's something here about being dedicated to making those changes. Knight of Cups, the Seven of Cups, and the Three of Cups. Exploring different options and choices. Again, something you can learn, something new you can implement, something here that you can modify. Or if it's within a romantic connection, how can you and your partner address the issues that are occurring? There's lots of options and choices on how you can become reacquainted with this individual. Just see it from a different perspective, whatever this is for you. That is what I have for you, Leo, for the week of December 14th, 2025. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you can, and be sure to check out that description box below so you can find out how you too can become a time traveler. Until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace.